Please stand by for further details. We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
Hello to those of you who are feeling called to this reading, in particular, mystery reading number 771. Before getting into this reading, chances are that most of the people watching this video are not subscribed, so if you are a reoccurring viewer, you enjoy my work, and would like to help support the growth of my channel, feel free to do so by sticking around and hitting that subscribe button down below if you feel called to. I usually say, and ring the notification bell next to it if you feel called to. I don't know, maybe there's someone here that feel called to do both. Only take that if it resonates. But my current goal is 500 subscribers, so I can have access to offering channel memberships, and I'm just focused on the milestone of 200 subscribers for now. So if you do decide to help me out with that, thank you very much. And the last thing I want to say is, if you are interested in my psychic and spiritual services, I am offering live chat sessions, written visual readings, and a program called the myHCS program for those of you who may struggle to afford these types of services. I'm currently taking request forms and applications for the business week of June 9th, and the deadline for submissions is June 6th at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you're interested in that, check out the description box down below. So starting with the number 771, like interpreting that number. Well, a lot of these readings, until I hit like 780, they're gonna have 2 sevens. So if you feel strongly that there is something here that you're learning, maybe you feel like you're evolving, you're becoming more aware of someone, something specific, maybe something spiritual, I do encourage you to stick around for these next 9 to 10 videos, but only if you feel called to, of course. But with the number 1 here, that's a sign to trust yourself. So whatever you're learning, growing, I want to say spinning, weaving, creating, through the lessons that you are learning, through the changes that you're going through, this is a sign to really, really trust yourself. Adding up these numbers, 7 plus 7 is 14, plus 1 is 15. There are 2 messages here. The number 15 for me is a sign of the devil, in terms of like the devil in tarot, which represents unhealthy attachments, feeling bound by something. Yep, I just burped. There could be an unhealthy attachment, or something that you feel bound from, that you're being called to let go or liberate yourself from. Give yourself the patience and the strength. Embrace that you already have from within, to see this through to the end, because you deserve, I want to say, the promised land, but it doesn't have to be in a religious sense. It's someone here feels like they're working towards something long term. It's going to take a lot of hard work and patience, but once you actually get the results that you're looking for, you are going to be so happy and at peace and just so fulfilled, and you are worth all the effort that it's going to take. And something I used to tell myself is, once I get to where I want to be, I'm not even going to care about how I got there. I'm just going to be glad I did. So maybe someone here needs to focus less on the details and more on the bigger picture. Maybe you need to trust your journey, your process, whatever you're building or creating, a little bit more. The other message with the number 15 is 1 plus 5 is 6, and 6 is about unconditional love for self, giving yourself space and effort and time that you deserve, so that way you have the space, time, and effort to give to others. But it's hard to describe. I do feel like we are meant to be more connected, and in that we are meant to be more generous toward each other, but we first need to learn how to be connected with ourselves and how to be generous with ourselves. We need to know how to set the standards for others through setting standards for ourselves, what we expect from ourselves. Maybe what someone needs to hear is, if you would like to see others, do the same journey that you're doing, you could be a leader. You could be that person that inspires people if you aren't already. I definitely feel that it is going to take a lot of self-love. Yeah, it's okay to put yourself first for now. Don't give space to others when you don't even have enough space for yourself. One thing that really bothers me is, there are certain words where if you just say them, they just have a negative connotation, and one of those words is selfish. And for me, I believe that there is a good kind of selfish. I mean, I don't know if it would be called selfishness, but that's the way I look at it, where you're choosing yourself, giving to yourself, and it's valid. You deserve it. Yeah, I don't mean selfishness in a way where you're taking advantage of people or hoarding when you shouldn't. That's kind of specific. I don't know why that came through, but this is a good kind of selfish. You deserve to trust yourself, and you deserve to trust the lessons. I feel like someone here is learning spiritually, spirituality is teaching them a lot about self-love and building a healthier relationship with themselves. And I feel like you can trust that you are being led somewhere, you are being guided, and your journey does matter as much as the destination, because you're going to learn a lot of things along the way, which makes sense for, learning to be kind of a strong energy in the number 771. Focus on the lessons, what you're learning overall throughout this whole journey, not just what you're learning today or tomorrow or what you learned yesterday. Adding up these numbers. Did I already do that? I think I did. Yeah, I did, because that's when I was talking about the number 15. Okay, yeah. Let's go ahead and start wrapping up this reading by drawing out a card from the Nightmare Before Christmas Tarot. We're just going to see what comes through for you. It could be guidance, advice, support, or, it could just be a deeper dive into your situation or whatever. Let's just see what comes through. You have the Magician in reverse. And I also feel called to look at this card too, because it's kind of sticking out to me. We have the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups for me is about emotional balance, emotional stability, your mental health. So this could be confirmation for someone about where your priorities are. That felt like a pretty strong message for someone. If you're prioritizing your emotional well-being right now, first off, you're allowed to do that anytime you like. But this is just that extra confirmation for someone who might be doubting their journey, their healing, what they're learning. Actually, let's start with reading. Oh, the Magician card has the number 1 on it too. Yeah, definitely trust yourself. This card in reverse says self-doubt, I can't, and fear. Yeah. I do think that this reading is meant to help someone trust more and to have the courage to keep, just to trust yourself and to keep doing what you're doing. I mean, this card very clearly says self-doubt. Someone here is doubting themselves, and this is your reading. I felt like I just had a message come through like, hey, stop that, coming from the universe and your spirit guide. So this could be a temporary lull for someone where, maybe you flip back and forth from trusting yourself and not trusting yourself, and this is kind of just, hopefully this reading is coming through at the right time for you, in a time when you're not trusting yourself as much as you should. And it's interesting, I see fear here because I did talk about courage. I think it's very important to look at your fears, see where they're rooted, and then what you can do to believe in yourself more, to trust yourself more, and to start telling yourself, I can more.